All right, everybody, welcome back to what I am officially dubbing Morrow Wednesdays. This is, as I said in the last video, the total overhaul of OpenMW from the Modding OpenMW website. Last episode, I was given a book, an Enwa's Guide to Modern Culture and Mythology. I read off the very first piece of information because it's about the Samaris Ancestral Tomb Expanded mod. So I figured I would go ahead and give this a read through and try to give everybody a rundown of the kind of stuff that's in this mod list. An Enwa's Guide to Modern Culture and Mythology, 7th edition, by Anno 30 Flowers, dedicated to Atahualpa. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that. If I am, I'm sorry, but yeah. Perhaps you're no stranger to these lands of Vardenfell, or perhaps you are a totally new face here. Either way, it's likely that you may not be totally informed of recent cultural and mythological developments that have occurred. This book was written with the goal of informing you, an outlander born on a certain day to uncertain parents, an overview of the various points of interest that lay before you. We've already read A Trap Tomb, eager to explore the Samaris Ancestral Tomb, after hearing rumors of a powerful ring practically left out in the open for the taking. Think again. The tomb is known to be a deep dungeon protected by powerful creatures. Related mod, Samaris Ancestral Tomb, expanded. House Telvanni opportunities. There have been whispers of a growing opportunity within Great House Telvanni. Divinations reveal that you could stand to gain substantially from joining this faction. It includes the Rise of House Telvanni quest mod, Uverit's Legacy, and building up Uverit's Legacy. That's why I said I would be interested in doing a Telvanni playthrough. I just don't know if this is the one to do it on. Actually, you know what? I know I said I wanted to do Redoran, but I have never even touched the Telvanni content. Maybe that's what we'll do. A more martial Telvanni playthrough. I think that'll be fun. Okay, you know what? Yeah, this is selling me on it. We'll do House Telvanni, because I've never done that before, so it'll be interesting. A Divine and Grand Library. The Temple Library in Vivek City has recently undergone a renovation and features a glorious new interior. There may even be work for an enterprising adventurer. Related mod, Read Me, the Library of Vivek Overhaul. We might also do that because, I mean, here's the thing. If I do Redoran, I want to do Temple, but if I do Telvanni, I don't think I should do Temple. Or maybe I should. Yeah, you know what? A sort of a Redoran Telvanni mix. Won't go with House Redoran, I'll go with House Telvanni. But with a certain reverence for the Tribunal being living gods and whatnot. You'll notice I just tend to jump between role-playing and discussing things. The famed arena of Vivek City has expanded their events for those above level 10. Welcome to the arena. I can join the arena, that'll be fun. A cozy government job. Do you need a potentially easy job to get your adventures kickstarted? Consider employment with the Imperial Census and Excise Office. And yes, that is what it sounds like. You can join the Census and Excise after you find the tax collector. Imperial Legion officers at Nisus are looking for a new supplier for their skirt, which is a critical component of their attire. Maybe you can help them. Related mod, Immersive Imperial Skirt. Ghost of Another World. While traveling to and from the Shrine of Azura, I happened to notice a ghost guarding a sword. If you're at least level 15, it might be worth checking out. Related mod, Frozen in Time. It takes more than just a hat. There's now a small circle of bounty hunters in Vardenfell. If you're looking for a fight, gold, or both, then this may be the job for you. Bounty hunter assignments. Could be cool. A lovely sewer vacation. Ebonheart has a newly built sewer system, so of course I'm telling you to go have a look. Well, why wouldn't you? Ebonheart Underworks. A not-so-simple errand. Don't scoff when asked to investigate the Andrano Ancestral Tomb. You may get more than you bargained for if you don't go fully prepared. Oh yeah. I made that mistake on a playthrough, on an older playthrough, one that had some other mods in it. And Andrano Ancestral Tomb Remastered. Advance your alteration. If you're looking to build your skills in alteration, I suggest you seek out and read Breathing Water. Related mod, Sorcerer of Alteration. Okay, that's interesting. The Dunmer stronghold Berendis seems to have been hit by some Daedric magics or influences. It must be a new occurrence. You could be the first to make it into the depths and discover what lies hidden. Berendis Overhaul. Mine for a mine. The mining operation in Caldera is serious and can provide a wealth of opportunities regardless of your allegiances. Caldera Mine Expanded. A faction, Darkly. The Dark Brotherhood is now looking for recruits on Vardenfell, and if you're into that sort of business, join the Dark Brotherhood's faction mod. Falling Rocks and Angry Ancients. Speaking of mines, the egg mines of Nisus have been experiencing strange quakes. An investigation may yield riches or knowledge of eggs and dwarves, Nisus Egg Mine and Bethamez Overhaul. A new guild in town. A group of ex-mages guild folks have set up a base in Arkanthand and are now looking for recruits to help them complete their research. Related mod, Astrologian Guild. That might be cool. I know that one seems... I've heard that one's pretty interesting. There's a new opportunity at a hidden monastery. Become the champion of Azura and receive a powerful artifact. Aspect of Azura. Maybe. Fabled Face. There's a cave near Lake Nabia in Molegamor. It is rumored to contain a helmet worn by Nerevar himself. Related mod, Face of the Hortator. Salvation leads to wonders. Masama Cave has been discovered to be a huge complex. If you'd free enough slaves, you might get a chance to learn of its secrets. Secrets of the Crystal City. A settlement in the sky. Master Aeris of House Telvanni has set up a stronghold in a newly discovered cluster of islands in the Sea of Ghosts. There should be an airship in Tel Bernora that can take you there. Investigations at Tel Aeris. A warrior's death or die trying. I've heard tales of a powerful warrior wandering the land seeking out a battle to the death with a worthy warrior. Be on the lookout for an orc warrior and be ready for a fight. Umbra Blademeister and Wandering Umbra. So that's cool. Instead of staying in one place, Umbra walks around. And he's also harder. An Ancient Dwemer Mechanical Factory. When you reach level 40, you will be contacted by someone with information about an Ancient Dwemer facility. There you will face some of the toughest enemies yet. It is a journey only for the strong. Well, I'll say level 40. Jesus. No longer just snowy plains. Get lost in the icy mountains of Solstheim, and beware the angry locals. Solstheim's Tomb of the Snow Prince. Complete overhaul of what Solstheim is like. Regain our honor. The Imperial Emissary Celis Gravius, the one who gave you your first official assignment when you were leaving the boat, could use the help of a seasoned adventurer. Retake a fort lost to undead and claim the Ward of Akavir back from the Legion. Related mod. Siege at Firemarth. Part of a Bethesda official plugins naturalized. Dunmer Reconnaissance. A member of the Mages Guild in Caldera is looking for a fellow member to help him map the locations of all Dunmer strongholds in Vardenfell through the use of what is called a Propylon Index. Related mod, Master Index, part of Bethesda's official plugins naturalized. The Adamantium Helm of Tohan, a rare and powerful artifact, is said to be lost in the Shia Gorad region. Word of it has begun to be heard throughout Vardenfell. Would you be the one to find it? Helm of Tohan, part of Bethesda official plugins naturalized. And I really like official plugins naturalized because it takes the ones that are cool and make sense and it implements them more cleanly into the world. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to do the master index thing. You'll see exactly what I mean. It feels like it's supposed to be there rather than being something that was tacked on top. Just in the way that they introduce the concept and the quest and everything. Shipwrecks are scattered all over Vardenfell, a common sight to the wandering adventurer. It turns out that a careful eye can now find secret treasure maps on each of the wrecks that can direct you to legendary items of old and many more adventures to come. Related mod, Uncharted Artifacts. That could be cool, playing as more of a, playing on a bit of a treasure hunter, being at Telvanni, Power, and whatnot. Looking for legendary items might be cool. Ordo Legionis Redux. For those closest to the call of serving the Empire in the mighty Imperial Legion, new adventures, companionships, and challenges await. As the fabled folklore hero from another world once said, camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel. The stuff of legends. Right, boo? You know, that is funny. They quote Baldur's Gate. And on the last video, somebody commented that was... Jackblade made a comment about the voice actor for the bard inside. It's Jim Cummings. It's the guy who voiced Winnie the Pooh and a bunch of characters from like a bunch of stuff from when we were kids. So thank you, Jackblade, for bringing that up, because that's just an interesting topic to think about. But he voiced Minsk in Baldur's Gate. That's the reason I bring it up. And that's a quote from Minsk, I believe. I've never played through a lot of Baldur's Gate 1. I really should go and play that, because I've played a little bit of it and it's really good. I've just never sat down and played it. Those older ones, I can play the original Fallout. I have trouble with Baldur's Gate. Like, I really have trouble with Baldur's Gate. I enjoy it when I do play it, but it is hard for me. Then again, that's because I mod my games to Kingdom Come, and then I like to play it on like the harder difficulties. But I go off on tangents. It's funny. Let's keep reading. Soldier on Nerevarine. The curse of Corpus never looked so grim, as you will soon find out through your journey in Vardenfell. Brace yourself for a whole new Ilunibi experience. New Ilunibi, the fertile soil of Voss. Experience a much deeper journey through Voss, Tel Voss, and the Grayslands. A veritable treasure trove of content for the enterprising hero. OAAB Grayslands. Subtle Delicacy. I like this one. This one's cool. From the lips of Lord Vivek to the hands of those careful enough to pay attention to its surroundings, taste the sweet pomegranate of Mount Aser Nabibi. And yeah, Aser Nabibi is really cool in this. I went and checked it out, and it's pretty damn cool. This fabled city never looked so beautiful, and so full of new opportunities for those skilled enough to brave its challenges. Don't be hasty. Look behind every nook and cranny. There will be something interesting for you. There. Tel Mora. OAAB's Tel Mora. That's going to be fun. Like, all of the OAAB stuff is so cool. The lands between Seydanine and Balmora, called the Ashland Pass, became almost a biome in and of itself. Marvel at this alien beauty, and maybe discover an old bandit lair filled with new dangers and challenges. The Bowels of Vardenfell. Never has it been more perilous to brave all the different tombs and Velothi towers of Vardenfell. Go deeper into each one of them and discover for yourself. Bring a torch, and as always, do not step into them unprepared. What a view. Gaze at all of the splendor of these exotic lands from two new vantage points at Tel Brenora and Tel Voss. And Black Growth. One of the most imposing landmarks of the Ashland is ever more dangerous and rewarding to explore, with never before seen dungeons and adventures. Steel yourself for this new journey through the inhospitable Ashlands. Tales from the Ashlands, the Great Hive Ban Banif. So, yeah, lots of content. Lots of content, including one of my favorite pieces of content that's added right at the beginning of the game, which makes it perfect for role-playing. Well, let's just go meet him. Well, let's do this first.
Make it quick, Outlander.
There's one with shocking gold. His gold, the domination and enslavement of us all. The god of schemes, the crimes of pain, the captain of corruption. He tills the land of Tamriel and sows the seeds of destruction.
Welcome, welcome. You are among friends. What can I get you?
So I have light steel on my pauldron, and that's another thing that I love about Morrowind. The customizability of the armor by being able to put on pauldrons and things of that nature.
Leave me alone.
And then wearing robes over top of everything, that's just awesome. But yeah, I love this game. I really love this game.
Don't stand about.
And I hope that shines through in how I play.
So make it quick.
But like I said, right now I'm actually heading for something that I want to engage with, and that requires me to go into... Oh my god, there he is! Okay. Now the fun part is that if your character is smart, and mine is, my character is fairly intelligent, I do believe. Let me check. Oh, my intelligence is my highest stat. It's at a 55. So I'm going to call this an invisible skill check, basically. Because my character is smart enough, he would look at the tax record, look through, see who owes the most without any sort of, you know, information, and take it upon himself to go and like interview the people who haven't paid, starting with Eldafire. People who haven't paid would be the most pissed off, and therefore they would have the... Found his body, huh? Well, it's up to you what to do with that information. I suppose that Sokushi or Sergala, the Census and Nexus office, would be the one to tell, if that's your inclination.
Identify yourself.
Okay, so Eldafire doesn't have anything to say.
Speak, traveler.
You know what, screw it. Let's just go and tell Sokushius. I was given that information, that's what my character knows. Because I'm trying not...
By the guardian of the
Return
tree.
my family ring.
I'm trying not to metagame. And I know, single player RPG, you can do whatever you want. I want to roleplay. I want to roleplay with what my character knows and what he doesn't. Murdered? What a waste. Processus was a good man. I have been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yeah, my character's honorable enough. You did? How odd he was murdered but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated, I can tell you that. I won't forget this. Falvis Athin. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murderer Processus punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Nexus office will pay you 500 septums. A letter about Hrisker's misdeeds? I don't know. He'd get kicked out or reassigned, and he owes me money. Let's ask Fargoth. He likes us. Someone finally got him, huh? Well, it's no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. Only one who could stomach him at all was the Veer over at the lighthouse. The two of them spent some time together. Shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman.
Thanks again for returning my family ring.
I'm waiting.
What brings you to the Satanine lighthouse? I'm here about the murder of Processus Vitellius. Processus murdered? No. Tell me it's not so. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I had become so close in the past few months. I don't know what I will do without him. I've only seen him get angry once or twice and never raise a hand to anyone. This is so sad. You said you've seen him get angry? Well, not even angry, I suppose. I saw him arguing once with Foreign Gilneth about his taxes. He thought Processus had been levying too much and skimming off the top for himself. Ridiculous. Processus wouldn't have done such a thing. I'm sure of it. Please find out what happened, friend. And if you find out what became of Processus's ring, it would ease my heart. His ring? I gave him the ring many months ago, and it was dear to him. I would like it to remember him by. Okay, so we're going to check on Foreign Gilneth. The guy who owes the most.
Go away, stranger.
I cannot help
Go
you.
find a
Leave
guard
me
and stop
alone.
bothering me.
I'm feeling a little better,
There is someone watching me. I
but
can tell.
not much. Oh, there is also this thing. If I were to switch to my weapon again, and then I click on something locked, it automatically pulls the lockpick out. Let's see if I get in trouble for lockpicking. I'm from the IRS.
Go find a guard and stop bothering me.
Okay, no one gives a shit if I unlock it. I think that's just for this, though.
Speak, traveler.
I'm here about the murder of Processus Vitellius. That fetcher? You damn right I did him in, and a good thing, too. He was skimming a load of money from all us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off his new clothes and jewels. So I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot, with all his ill-begotten gold still on him. Sorry, that's no excuse for murder, and your punishment has been decided. You're one of them, huh? Come to kill me? Well, give it your best shot, Dark Elf. I've no problem spilling more blood in the name of the Emperor's lackey. More of the blood of the Emperor's lackeys. God, I need glasses.
You will die.
First things first, Ancestor Guardian.
Fool.
Weaken him with your magic and then finish him off with your sword. His ring. I'll just dispose of the corpse. A Dance in Fire, Chapter 6. I'm going to try to make it my goal to try to get, if I find a book, I want to get full sets of it. So like I'm going to look for all the parts of A Dance in Fire. I'd like to get all the Lessons of Vivek. Because if the character's got intelligence, the character's willing to read, and honestly, I kind of want to read. Or rather, there are two options. I could do I read the books,
You're on your honor. Don't press your luck.
No, I don't think so.
or this list does include... I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit. The music's a little loud for me. Okay. That's better.
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
Oh, please, by
Do
all
you
means,
want
ask
something?
me lots of questions.
yeah. We're going to go to... What's it called? Well, we killed him. We got the ring. Oh, that's another thing. This is kind of an interesting one. I don't know if I quite agree with it, but a dodge mechanic. Have your weapon out. Moving back. If you jump and jump again, you can dodge. Forward. Sideways. Back and right. Back and forward. Back and forward and left and right. You can dodge in any direction. But it, as you saw, it consumes your stamina. So I have his ring. You found the ring I gave him. Thank you so much, Falvis. It's good to have something to remember him by, though I'll never see him again. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't last time. If only he had.
I'm waiting.
And I got some healing potions out of that. Plus, I found the murderer. So that means I can go and talk to Sarcusius. Or not. Yeah, Sarcusius Argala. And we can... I tend to run around everywhere. I don't know why. I know it's Morrowind. Keep that fatigue. You need to keep that fatigue bar high. And you can, when you're at full fatigue, you can run in this list. And it won't really affect you. But if you've lost a lot of stamina from like dodging or fighting, you do need to walk. So it's not as brutal as vanilla Morrowind, but it comes with its own set of challenges. That's why I would say it's a modernized version of Morrowind in that it uses more systems in the background than just like the dice roll mechanics. There's a little bit more intricacy to it, I guess, which is what I want to see out of games. I want to see you using, if you're going to make an RPG, I want to see you using your systems in a way where they all intertwine and create this open-ended style of gameplay. So yeah, Murderer Processus. I heard you've been asking around about his murder. I'm glad this matter has been brought to its conclusion. Here's your reward, Falvis Athin. Good to see there are still some citizens who understand their loyalties to our Emperor.
Let's hear it, Dunmer.
Hey, we got some money now.
I only have
And some healing potions, so I think...
Thanks again for returning
Speak,
my
traveler.
family ring.
I think it might be time. Oh wait, no. I forgot. I completed the tax thing.
Thanks again for returning.
So that means that I can now join the Census and Excess Office. Quite a shame. He was a good man and a loyal servant to the Emperor. With his death, we need to hire someone to take over his tasks. You have demonstrated your ability and your loyalty to the Empire. Would you like to join the Census and Excess Office? Yes, please. As the name suggests, our organization, which reports to the Elder Council, is responsible for conducting census and collecting taxes in the Empire. It also makes sure that the public servants of the Empire, such as the legionaries, get paid. We are also responsible for monitoring immigration to the various provinces. If necessary, we are permitted to investigate crimes and outsource some of our tasks to outsiders, such as mercenaries. Would you be interested in that? Sure. Great. Welcome to our organization. I have some tasks for you, and we also offer bounties for contraband. How about that? Talk to Adraria Vandachia. Adraria Vandachia, I don't know. In the warehouse. Here is the key. My tasks may not be as exciting as being a legionary or an adventurer, but it's an honest job and you can gain advancement quickly. You're clearly qualified for this job, but you haven't done enough work. Obviously, but I'm just trying to see what like the requirements for advancement are. What do you have for tasks? Yes, I have a task for you. According to the list of our late colleague, several citizens of Satanine still haven't paid their taxes. I want you to speak with Eldefire first and collect taxes from her. She needs to pay 130 gold to the Empire.
I haven't much time, so be quick about this.
Thanks again for returning my family ring.
Keep walking.
I'm thinking of playing this character as lawful neutral. Falvis more of a lawful neutral, follows the letter of the law. Are you here because of those taxes? Great. So after the death of the previous one, Argalo has found another lackey to extort money from us. What do we get for our taxes? Prove to me that my tax money goes to the protection of the citizens. Kill those smugglers in Addamasartus for me, and then we can talk about paying taxes.
Identify yourself.
Okay then. I can do that. I now have a reason to go to Addamasartus. Here we are. Yep, there's a bit of a lag to the list just because of where it is. Now, you know what? Let's go with this. Let's go with the same thing. FBI open up. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. I forgot to change that up.
You will die.
I still got frostbite equipped. Well, you're already dead. And yes, I'm just disposing of the corpses, grabbing all the stuff, and then I'll sell it back later, because money, money, money. Boom. Anything that's worth a little bit of money, I'll take. Done. Mer. And a standard restore health potion will bring me back. Now this does have a Witcher-like toxicity system, so if I take more than one potion too quickly, I'll start to succumb to toxicity, which will adversely affect my health. Throwing star, lockpick, probe, dagger. Did the thing not save? Scripts. Oh. Damn. And I realized, yeah, I didn't save before coming in here. I kind of knew what I was going to be doing to take these guys out. Oh, wait, no, I did save. What am I saying? Fucking, I'll cut that out. And... bandage. Gem feeder. Undecisive unhinging. Moon sugar. Salt rice. Petty soul gems. Gold. Undecisive unhinging. Gem feeder. Claymore. Just for funsies. Let's see what the Claymore's like. That is pretty cool. Maybe I could use that. Like I said, I don't have block as one of my major skills. And it's only at 5, so I mean I could slowly level it up, pay to get it leveled up, but bandages are cool. It's an alternative way to heal yourself. They work just like a potion though. And I think because of the sound effect that they make, it might actually set off a toxicity system. I don't know. Wait. I'll take those pants. And the moon sugar is good because, like Argala said, I can get rid of contraband at the Census and Excess office. Fur boots. I look through everything here. And yeah, we'll head down the back entrance. Just because there's always good loot. Something helpful. So an explanation of what exactly is going on right now. My mic crapped out here. So this is post commentary. Yeah. So it glitched out a little bit. You'll see right here out of nowhere this rat just spawns in. Yeah, so I fought it. And here's where it gets interesting. So I make my way up and I grab all my loot. Some gold, some pauldron. And here I am looking and trying to find the thief's ring. It blends in a lot. You can see it right there. And we make our way over to this skeleton. A skeleton. But why? Strange sword, we call this. Again, this is post-commentary. Something went wrong in my recording. And so here I am taking this rusted rapier. And yeah. Huh? Who's that? Who goes, what? So who's talking? The skeleton or the sword? What do you think? What started talking to you the minute you touched it, eh? Was it the bones? I bet you got a good handful of those bones, didn't you? Thought no one was watching, but I was watching. I'm always watching, you sick freak. Ah, a snarky talking sword. Seems derivative. I'll show you who's dermal. Take your time. Go to hell, Oblivion. Whatever. So we grab the sword, and as you firmly grasp the blade, you feel a cold shiver as life is drained from your body. Ha ha ha, you mortals are so predictable. Thanks for the meal. And now we get attacked by a scamp. Why? I don't know yet. But I did. And yeah, it's not an easy fight by any means. And I probably would have died if it weren't for the healing potions and everything. The scamp dematerializes into a fine mist, which then reforms into the rusted rapier. It comes to rest in your hand. Jeez, that smarts. Look, no reason to get all angry. I was just hungry is all. Going so long without a proper meal will do things to you. You know how it is. What sort of magic is this? Look, that's a long story. All you need to know is I'm a potent weapon with a few extra tricks up my sleeve. I can be a big help if you'll let me. Think of it as paying you back for that little bit of roughhousing. Oh, and the name's Felthorn, by the way. A pleasure. So yeah, this is the Blademeister mod. We now have a weapon, Felthorn, and a spell, Felthorn. I'm a little weak to magic as a result of him. But yeah, you can see And this is probably one of my favorite mods because it adds to a lot to the role playing. So let's talk to Felthorn. Yeah, what is it? What is your story? A story? What? You getting sleepy? Need Mama Felthorn to tuck you in and rub your belly and call you the pretty little bag of meat before you drift off to sleep? I'm just curious about you. There's not much to tell. From the moment I was dredged up from the ether, I felt a chaotic hunger. I don't even know who birthed me. Shea Gorath, Mehrunes Dagon. It doesn't matter. I didn't care when I was new, and I don't care now. The only thing that I really give a scamp's ass about is achieving my full potential, and you're gonna help me with that. If you're smart, at least. What about more recent history? How recent are we talking? I've been around a long time, after all. Let's see. I've been through at least 36 wielders. It's always a shame to see them go, but at least they've all had eventful deaths. That's one thing I can promise you. Stick with me, and you'll never have to worry about old age. Something big and toothy will get you long before that. How comforting. Anyway, I've been fed plenty of souls and other stuff, but I've never been completely satisfied. Part of me thinks it's not even possible, but I have to believe it is. Otherwise, I might have to hunt down whatever princely bastard put me on this rock with such an insatiable appetite. They'd probably be the only one who could actually send me back to the ether, come to think of it. Usually I just turn into a skull for a while, or worst case scenario, get shattered and scattered about. So tell me about the shattering. Ah, yeah, that. It's only happened once. And boy did it hurt. See, I royally pissed off this conjurer. Some dark elf, what was it? Antares? Veneral, Hamtaro, something like that. I figured if things go wrong, I get poofed, my wielder gets mulched, and the dude uses my skull as a desk ornament for a couple of decades. But no, he had some crazy spell up his sleeve that shattered me like cheap limeware. Now I need to pick up the pieces, and I'll borrow your legs to do it. Figuratively. Whatever you say. And what do you need? You mean besides a hot bath and a bloody liver to nibble on? I need a lot of things, so be specific. Aren't you supposed to be powerful? Look, wise guy. If you want me to be a real threat to your enemies, you'll need to pull your weight. Gems and ores will help me sharpen my weapon form. Eating Daedra souls will let me copy their forms, and eating Daedra hearts will make those forms stronger. Your power and experience matters. 2. I draw strength from my partner, so if you want me to cut loose, you need to work on yourself. We'll also need to scout out some hidden weapon locations so that I can have access to all of my transformations. It's quite the laundry list, I know, but if you want me to reach my perfect form, that's what it'll take. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Is this about gems? Gems will keep my edges sharp. Diamonds work the best, then rubies, then emeralds, then pearls if you're desperate. If you can find any of these gems, they are bound to a Daedra's soul through some funky curse, even better. Those really hit the spot. For my second weapon form, all I need is a few gems. After that, though, ores and even your own experience really start to matter, so don't slack off. Ores help me fortify my strength when I'm in a glorified letter opener form. Raw ebony and glass work great, but rarer materials like raw stalrim and adamantium are better. Sometimes magic immortals will get cute and bind a Daedra soul to a bit of ebony. If you happen across any of those, let me know and I'll gladly take it off your hands. Anything past my second weapon form will call for ore offerings, as well as a bit of experience on your own part. What about my experience? Yep. We're partners now, buddy. That means this whole thing is a two-way road. I can't reach my full potential if you're crawling around like some mewling imp. It's just as well, too. The last thing I'd want is for you to take all the credit for our success, while I'm dragging your sorry ass all over Vardenfell. Even if you give me all the souls, hearts, and materials on Mundus, I won't be able to use my strongest forms if you're weak. Let's ask him about the transformations. I can transform into all sorts of things, as you'll soon find out. Before I can show you the full breadth of my power, though, I'll need you to collect some Daedra souls for me. Also, I think I've got an inkling about where some of my old bits have been hidden away, so I'll need you to help me find some weapon locations. Oh, also, I usually require a bit of magic jumpstart to really get my transformations going. If you don't have enough magicka, though, I'll just have to take the difference in blood. Friendly warning. So yeah, Felthorn and the Blademeister mod, probably one of my favorite mods for a long-term playthrough. He gets more and more powerful. He can change into Daedra. And he's just all around a bit of a beast. So we'll turn him into a scamp here, and you can see he spawned in down there. And if we talk to him, we have the option of telling him to travel, which gives us the option of either he can levitate with us when we levitate, or he can stay on the ground. And if we ask him to turn back into a rapier, we now have the weapon back in our inventory. So we'll re-equip him and go to free some slaves.
To beat us.
Got Badargo. Do you have the key to these bracers? Will you let me go free? Go free, my friends. I was born in Cyrodiil. Slavery is wrong to me.
I won't forget this.
Thank you. You have our blessings, Sarah.
And we've got Dravashai. Hello, are you here to let Dravashai go? If so, I can't go far without shoes. Ah yes, this is Dravashai's fur boots. Thank you. He puts them on. They have been crafted for this Khajiit by one good friend. Yes, my legs feel much better. Though it still hurts. Could you please travel together with Dravashai to the nearest settlement? There is a town, Seydanin. I can take you to a trade house where you can find help. Dravashai will travel together with you, kind stranger, but he is not very fast in his current condition. Tell Dravashai when we will come to the trade house. He is unfamiliar with local towns. So now we take Dravashai with us, and my mic comes back in here. I don't know what exactly went wrong with it, but yeah, thank you for enjoying my post-hoc commentary. And back into the action as it stands. Well, that's one way to open it. Okay. So we have this Khajiit boy following us. And Addamasartus has been emptied. And I have my magic sword. My magic talking sword. Because that's always fun. Having a wise-ass sword that talks to you is always fun. You have killed them. Excellent work. I'll gladly pay my taxes now. I just wished that I didn't have to ask you for this, and the Empire could have done it already. By the way, I heard that at the warehouse, the Census and Excess office offers a bounty for any contraband you might find in a smuggler's cave. You may want to check out that cave for anything like that before someone loots it and takes your rightfully earned money.
Identify
So there's the
yourself.
130 gold for the taxes. Also, I think I might be doing one thing wrong. I have a feeling that yeah, the clouds weren't supposed to be on. Unless things changed, I don't remember. But clouds weren't supposed to be on. Also, you see that? That's because my magic is low. But anyway, let's go talk to Socucius because we got the money from Eldifier for the taxes. I'm glad that she had agreed to finally pay those taxes. I cannot give you a reward at this time, however, I've pulled some strings, and you can live in the shack of the late foreign Gilneth without paying taxes and rent. If you want to work for us, you will need a residence in Seydanin. The shack is still the property of the Empire, mind you, but as long as you work for us, you can use it freely. Anyway, I have a new task if you're ready. There's another citizen of Seydanin I need you to collect taxes for. He is Finemouth, the Argonian. According to the tax record, he is due to pay 54 gold. Now, he might give you a story that he is poor, but it is the duty of every citizen to pay taxes. If he refuses to pay, I give you permission to arrest him. A guard will take him away, and he will pay his debts to society in hard labor.
Whatever trouble you're in, I want no part of it.
Okay. So I've already got 500 gold, and because I'm a member of the
You look unwell.
Exis office, I can go here and talk to her to sell some stuff off. First, why are you here in the warehouse? Second, yes, Hrisker is stationed here in Sadanin. You might want to speak with Captain Gravius about that. He's on the other Census Nexus building. You know, the one you went through when you arrived in town. Okay. Greetings, the Census Nexus office offers a bounty for contraband. We pay for your reward for moon sugar, skooma, and raw ebony. The former two will be destroyed, while the latter will be added into the Imperial stockpile. If you want, I can also give you a list of known smugglers' caves on the Bitter Coast. You could kill the smugglers there and turn their contraband over to me. Turning in contraband diligently might also contribute towards your promotion in the Census and Nexus office. I'll take that list then. Here, take the list. It provides information about known smugglers' caves at the Bitter Coast, and also about our offer of bounty for any contraband you turn over. Don't lose it. I'm not going to issue you another one. So let's start with moon sugar. Yes, I can offer a small reward for moon sugar. Here, take this gold. So that's a bunch of money. We offer a reward for raw ebony turned over to us. Let me know if you have some. The Empire needs that material more than ever. And skooma's worth 250 gold. Training in speechcraft, light armor, and sneak.
Looks like you've already got some of what's coming to you.
Yeah, Dravashai's still with me.
What
He needs to
is
go to
it,
Aril's, but I need
best?
to do my job first. I am a responsible man, and I took a job at the Census
Thanks
Nexus
again for
office, so by
returning
God,
my
I'm going to
family
do it.
ring.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will.
Well, Honorable Myrrh,
continue to bother me.
you know.
Your wounds are minor compared to
It
what
is
you
an
will
honor
receive
to
if you
serve
continue
you.
to
My
bother me.
goods are the finest in town.
Is this the trade house? Thank you, kind wanderer, for freeing me and for finding Khajiit's boots, for bringing me to safety. Dravashai will try and find some help now. I am ashamed to use your kindness so much, but would you lend Vashai 100 drakes? With 100 drakes, Khajiit could get some equipment and supplies. Dravashai shall repay you the debt. I do not like to live at someone else's expense. Okay, I've got money. Thank you, Falvis Athin. I will buy weapons and a new shirt. Khajiit's current shirt is not good for socializing. Please, find Dravashai in 2 hours and I will repay the debt.
Our families were slain before our eyes.
We're gonna wear any expensive stuff we have.
With three separate people, they shared a cruel joke, a choice between death or the yoke. But then our three people knew what must be done to end the oppression. All three became one, forged by war. The ebon hearts rose and drove the Akaviri back to the sea. When the enemies begged for the mercy they lacked, three voices as one shouted blood for the pact. Forged by war, our story.
So we do that.
No shackles can hold us, whether moonstone or gold.
Lives of the Saints, Biography of Baron Zaya, Guide to Vardenfell.
We till Skyrim's ground, despite frozen toil. We tended the
Buy a mortar and pestle.
beneath Morrowind soil. We hunted the Wamasu in black marshes.
Take an intervention scroll each.
Three hearts had no need for play.
2 of those.
Then they They came from the seas, folded steel in their hands.
There we go. I think that's all I can really do now.
Homes and ravaged our land.
Now there's probably more people to talk to.
Your wounds are minor.
And what I mean by that is, let's look at our quests. We have Fargoth Forever. I have a letter from Aril, a letter from Albesius Cololius. Let's go ask Thelis if she's seen anything from Hrisker.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you...
Because that's what I'd like to do first. I'd like to deal with the stuff for Hrisker's bad behavior. Oh, him? Everyone knows about him. And you say you need a letter? Well, I suppose I could write one. Here.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Such a interesting line. Can you tell me anything about the lighthouse? This is a very important lighthouse which prevents dozens of ships from crashing onto the rocks every year, not to mention guiding Imperial captains into port. I am the keeper of the lighthouse. My job is made easier when we have a steady supply of light wood. Many of the ships from the Empire that dock here are not familiar with the Inner Sea. If they were appointed by family connections instead of earning their rank, in any case, some of them have a very difficult time finding Satanin, even with the lighthouse. Okay, and you mentioned something about light wood. Alchemists have another name for it, but we commoners just call it light wood. It burns longer and brighter than any other wood. Usually the monthly supply ships bring some, but this month it brought 2 prisoners instead, and Celis won't let me burn them. I can use regular wood, of course, but I have to climb the stairs a dozen times a night to refuel the fire. I heard from a traveler that there is an Ogrim south of Pelagiad, just east of the road there. He claims to have light wood and will give it to anyone who solves some kind of riddle. If you are willing to go there and get the wood, I'll try to think of some suitable reward. Okay, an Ogrim. Good luck. Like I said, the Daedra is south of Pelagiad, or so I heard. That's a village just up the road north. Head out of Satanin past the Siltstrider and keep going north until you see the Ogrim. It's just before the road branches to go into the village. The Daedra's waiting for someone, next to a pond, allegedly. Okay, interesting. I also have that job to talk to Finemouth, and I know he lives in one of these shacks over here. So let's go talk to Finemouth. Get some taxes. Irene Lenham. Finemouth.
Questions?
I know why you are here, to collect my taxes. Please have mercy on me. I am just a poor fisherman. I cannot make that much money as the census and excess office demands. Please, could you pay it instead of me? I promise that I will pay it back to you at one point. Very well. I will cover your taxes from my own pocket this year. But only this year. Thank you so much. I will never forget this. You are the kindest tax collector. Definitely better than the old one they killed. Thank you again. Finally, I will have the opportunity to get out from poverty. I have nothing of value. Offer aid. If you are sincere and you're not only here to mock me, I know someone who is left in the dark, who is even poorer than I. I speak of Skycrest. Skycrest came to visit me back at the beginning of Sun's Height. He brought a bottle of Sheehan and we spoke of happier times. I was out hunting fish when I saw a message carved in a tree. It said Skycrest was captured by slavers and was being taken to an island hideout west of here. If you find Skycrest and rescue him, I have nothing to offer but my gratitude. If you find Skycrest and bring us a bottle of Sheehan, we can drink it together and speak of brighter days. On an island west of here. Not so great escape.
Questions?
He can't do anything about Hrisker.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Nice day, isn't it? The weather could be better, but it's always a fine day for fishing, and my bad knee isn't too bad today. Yes, it's a fine day for fishing. It's too bad I'm almost out of bait. Say, would you do an old Mur a favor and bring me some crab meat? 6 portions should be enough. Okay. There's plenty of crabs all along the coast to the west. I'll need about 6 handfuls for bait. I used to love hunting mud crabs when I was a boy. Hit 'em and walk away just a little faster. It seems a bit cruel now that they run faster than I do. How much do I have? Oh, I've got enough. I can just give it to him. Fine day for fishing. Is that crab meat I smell? The fish are going to love it. This is good crab, thanks. I'm going to use it for bait. Yes, I served in the Legion myself. You know, he is a disgrace, an utter disgrace. You want a letter for the Knights of the Garland? Of course, I would be glad to.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive if you continue to bother me.
Evidently, I need to just heal myself to stop hearing that.
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will receive.
I cannot help you. Leave me alone.
Right, there we go. So now I shouldn't have to worry about hearing that line again. So let's see what I've got. I have a witness letter from Albesius. I have seen Trooper Hisker Flatfoot cheat at 9 holes and when called out, draw his weapon and threaten the accuser. In this incident, I asked him what he feared more, the axe or the flame, and he backed down. I reported this incident to Knight-Errant Celis Gravius, who assigned unpleasant duties to Risker, which he ignored. This too was reported, but for whatever reason, his refusal to accept common punishment was ignored. From a rill. For years, I have seen Risker Flatfoot bully and threaten guests, drink and wench and break furniture without paying, and ask complete strangers to commit crimes. A shocking number of them do as he asks for petty rewards. Many are caught and end up in jail, and Risker jokes about their foolishness. Although he owes me hundreds of septims, I would pay hundreds more to have him permanently relocated. A rill, owner of a rill's trade house, Satanin. I have heard Trooper Risker Flatfoot conspiring with local citizens of Odunius Nucius to steal an enchanted ring of some value from a citizen. Soon after, this ring was reported missing. Champion Irene Lenim. And this last one from Thavern. As the lighthouse keeper, I am often up late at night and witness things in town that would otherwise go unseen. On many occasions, I have seen Risker and Rafflod sneaking about at night and breaking into houses or the census office. I once caught Risker in the lighthouse. He claimed he was drunk and thought the lighthouse was a trade house. I have often seen Risker drunk, and he was not drunk this night. I reported this to Celis Gravius, but nothing was done. In addition, I know that Risker tried several times to steal from or threaten the Imperial tax collector, Thavre Verdrano.
I'm late for an appointment.
Do not waste my time.
On your way.
Does Elderfire have something
Make
to
it
do?
quick, Outlander.
Where is she? Maybe she has some stuff, like something for Risker's bad behavior? Quite a distasteful man withal. What, you want me to write a letter about his thefts and drunkenness? Well, I don't know. I haven't seen anything personally. There were just many suspicious incidents. Oh, all right, it can't hurt. It can't hurt. I am a citizen after all.
Is it necessary that you speak with me?
I did not personally witness Risker steal any of my possessions, but I stopped inviting him into my house when I noticed that every time he was there, some small valuable item, like silverware, a ring, a rare earthenware cup, and so on, was missing later that day or the next. And usually a few days later, Risker would settle a portion of his ample debt with a rill.
I only
Yeah,
have
you're
a
just
few
an
moments.
asshole. And I know none of this is necessarily canon, but it's a fun little roleplay. That's what the modding is for. So we did the thing with Finemouth's taxes. I'm glad that you have managed to make him pay up. He is a nice person. I would have been sad if we were forced to put him in prison. Please keep the gold as your first salary. Cool. I have to keep my own money. It is time to conduct the yearly census of Pelagiad. I want you to travel there and count how much of each race and gender are there in the settlement. It is not necessary to ask for religious affiliation and profession at this time. Only permanent residents should be counted, so not the people who only pass through the settlement and not the guards. The others in the fort, such as officers and prisoners, are considered permanent residents, though, so they should be counted. Talk with me when you're ready.
Is it necessary that...
And, yeah. Yeah, so let's go to... Oh look, my athletic skill increased. Which means I have made 2% level progress. 1 day has passed. Athletics is up, Longblade is up, medium armor is up. And skills decay as well. So if I'm not, you know, on my A game about keeping my skills up, they'll go down.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Greetings, my friend. Have I ever told you how I bought a mountain hut? I'm sorry, what, Fargoth? Old story. When I was new to Morrowind, one real estate agent offered me a house near Margon for just 500 drakes. It sounds like a real good offer. So I signed papers, fearing that if I didn't do it quickly, someone else would. I took a silk strider to Margon, but no one there knew what house I was talking about. When I came back, the agent was nowhere to be found. I took the papers to the Veteran's Record Office. They spent a week trying to find it in their land registry, and told me that what I had bought was actually a mountain hut far away from the town, on the slopes of the Red Mountain infested by blight creatures. I have no use for it, but perhaps an adventurer like you can find it more useful. The directions were vague. You need to follow the trail along the ghost fence to the top of the Red Mountain, cross 2 bridges, then reach a Foyada, and you will find the hut on a plateau across the Foyada. I was told it's due south of Bethuand and Zargonapal. Take this key. Tell me if you find it.
Thanks again for returning my family ring.
So I now have a key to a hut that Fargoth bought. And I get to
What do you want?
hunt that down at some point. Of course, it is on the... As he said, it's on the slopes of Red Mountain, so... I'm not going there anytime soon. Red Mountain is dangerous as hell. So there's a census to be taken in Pelagiad.
Is it necessary?
And I also need to go to Pelagiad in order to find the lightwood for the
I'm waiting.
lighthouse, because apparently there's a Daedra, an Ogrim, who's selling that. So, let's go do that. I'm sure we can have some fun dealing with Daedra and whatnot. Underground Velothi Mansion. Trapped, and I don't want to deal with that right now, so let's not deal with that right now. Might be something interesting to look into a little bit later, but not right now. But no, this game really does look beautiful. There's a lot of cool little vantage points you can get. Little things. Little places to get up and take in the scenery. Oh, we're gonna go to Pelagiad then. Let's see. Oh. I can see the Ogrim from here. He's right there. I guess we'll start with him then. We'll do some walking. Oh, and a Betty Netch just floating by. some heather flower for... But no, basically any screenshot could be an amazing wallpaper. Any screenshot could be made into a beautiful painting, which is a mod in the MWSE version of Morrowind. It's not available for modding OpenMW. It's not available for OpenMW, but it is the Joy of Painting mod. Not bad, Felthorn. Not bad at all. That Fortify attack really helps. Puzzled Ogrim. Oh, just a sec. He's trying to fight me. Anyway. Mudcrab's dealt with. Time to deal with the Ogrim. Come, the Veer. Answer Lord Coxua's riddle. You man thing, not the Veer. Haha, you answer anyway. Okay, here's the first riddle. Wait, you said riddle, not riddles. So? Fine, give me the first riddle. Okay. The kind of coat that is always wet when you're wet and you put on the wet coat. What kind of coat you put on to get wet? What are you even talking about? Maybe? Okay, next riddle. I forget what Lord Coxuas say, but I know one. How many alchemists does it take to screw in an alembic? That's a joke, not a riddle. You answer me or no. Fine, 2. Haha, 2. But they have to be really small. Haha, I don't get it. Velcora tell me this one. She say it is best one. Okay, last riddle. 3 chests. Pick one. 1 treasure, 1 nothing, 1 death by tiny cuts. That's not a riddle yet either. Lord Coxuoff say more, but I forget. West chest is best. The trap protects nothing. The middle road explode. 1 treasure, 1 nothing, 1 death by tiny cuts. What? Oh. 3 chests. Level 10, level 25. Lock level 40. I'm assuming that whatever I want is probably behind the bigger of them. The one that has the higher lock level. Ogrim says, no, now I don't get to beat you. Then he disappears. A basket of light wood. There we go. So that's one issue dealt with. And now we need to do a census of Pelagiad, which is going to be fun because I can almost guarantee you whatever I keep notes of, it's not going to be accurate at all. Because I'm assuming that the mod is probably based on, the Census and Nexus thing is probably based on the whole, what is it? Basis of vanilla Morrowind and not the modded one. Andaja. So that's 1 Khajiit, female. Trellis Gilu.
What do you want?
1 male dark elf.
What say you, Dunmer?
1 male Nord. Two male Dunmer.
Let's get this over with quickly.
One male Imperial.
I only have a...
Do you need something?
Two
Ever
male
consider
Imperial.
joining the Legion? I only have a few moments.
Female Dunmer.
I really can't help you, stranger.
I expect you'll be wanting one of our beds, or perhaps a glass of mulled shine before you turn.
I'm just checking every house and every business to see who's what. Oh wait, no, he's another male Imperial. Male High Elf.
I think you should.
Ever consider joining the Legion?
Anasi is a female Khajiit.
By the gods, you
She
tourists
technically
are
lives
a
here.
nuisance.
I'm making note of all of this.
I'm waiting.
Female Dunmer. Rasucelis.
Speak
Female
quickly,
Dunmer.
Outlander, or go away.
Male Argonian. Male Bosmer.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Male Imperial. I don't know if he's counted. We'll see.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Female Orc.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Male Imperial.
Stay out of trouble and you
Female
won't
Imperial.
get hurt.
I'm assuming female Imperial. Female Imperial.
Don't stand about. Get moving.
I only have a few moments.
Let's check downstairs, see if there's anyone down here. Nope, guess not.
Double the shift, double the pay.
And guess we could go this way. Just because I don't see anybody up top. So there's probably nobody worth talking to up top, and there's no way down there, so I guess I'm just going to have to drop. Which boosts our acrobatics a little bit, so that's nice. It's at 29%. I could be jumping around everywhere, but I'm going for immersion. Angarael Mildunmer, or Altmer, High Elf. Is there anyone up here? Nope. Nope. I highly doubt that's everyone, but I guess that's all I can really do for the census.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Well, regardless, that's been done. So now we'll make our way back to Satanin. The joy of Morrowind is that it's a lot of walking around and a lot of taking in the scenery, which is great because there's some good scenery.
Let's get this over with.
What say you,
Actually,
Dunmer?
since I'm here, I might as well see if I can get any more medium armor pieces. My character is a bit of a bougie
What is
sort.
this about, Dunmer?
Let's see what we've got. For medium armor. They got some bone mold, that's nice. You know what, I'm going to sell my coif for the bone mold helm. And I'll buy the 2 bone mold bracers. I'll go with chain greaves. And I guess the bone mold boots. Yeah, I got the money to spare, so. The only thing I'm missing is a left pauldron, which, do I have one here? Is there another one that's not as expensive? Dreg boots. That's apparently how it's pronounced. Dreg. Maruvel bone mold. Let's see how that looks all together.
What makes this smell?
Like a hodgepodge. Awesome. And how much armor do I have? 18 armor. That's not bad. Plus the thief ring. And my boy Felthorn.
What say you, Dunmer?
So there we go. I am armored up. I'd say it looks pretty damn good. I mean, all things considered, with the whole, again, mismatched nature of it. But that's why I like Morrowind, because you could mix and match your armor. It can look like you kind of scrapped everything together. And it's still viable. It's not as good as a full set of one particular armor, but we're going medium right now, and we need all the coverage and safety we can get. And as a result, we'll just head on back to Satanin and do our best to answer the questions about the census, because I think I took an okay census, but again, mods. It's going to change up the number of people in the town, so it's probably not going to be 100% accurate. Now, I'm going to break a Morrowind law here, like a Morrowind community law. Scribs aren't for fighting, I know, but at the same time, alchemy is important. And so is leveling up our weapon skills. So anything we cross is fair game. Yes, that includes Gwar, and I know I'm a horrible monster for suggesting that, but Gwar is huntable. I might be a monster, but I'm a monster who's going to be able to hold his own. But there we are. We've been to Pelagiad. Got a basket of light wood for the lighthouse. Conducted a census. And I haven't even taken a look at the list I've been given of the smugglers' caves, which I probably should do, because that seems like a good way to get started.
Thanks again for
Let's go talk to Urgala first. Two Altmer, 1 Argonian, 3 Bosmer, 1 Dunmer, 1 Breton, 6 Dunmer, 2 Imperial, 2 Kashyyyk, 3 Nord, and 2 Orc. 9 female, 13 male. I think this one's more accurate just because I'm seeing the 2 Altmer there, and I did remember running into at least 2 Altmer. Thank you for your report. That data seems to be correct based on last year's census. Great work. Please accept this bonus. Your journal has been updated. 400 gold has been added to your inventory. Okay.
So, if you will excuse me.
I'm gonna bribe this guy, see if I can't get him to open up to the idea of okay, that's not working. I'm down a little bit of money, but it's fine. Just because he has a different line about Hrisker's bad behavior than other people, so maybe if I convince him to do something about it, I can actually get him to do something about it. Because I've got all sorts of people's... I've got 5. That should be enough.
Do not
Let's
waste my
get this
time.
over with quickly.
Oh yeah, I still need to give the Veer her light wood for the lighthouse.
Make it quick, Outlander. My time is precious. so make it quick.
No questions. You've already helped me out as much as you can, sir. Light wood, right? Did you find the Daedra or the wood? Yes, this will save me so many trips up the stairs for the next few weeks. I tried to think of a suitable gift and settled on this Quama miner's belt. It isn't quite as good as carrying your own lighthouse around, but I hope it serves you well. The Ogrim referred to me by name? How very odd. What a mystery. What a shame it will never be solved. Quama miner's friend. Night Eye 20 points for 30 seconds on self. Ooh, that's cool. Utility spell.
Go ahead.
Utility belt, essentially. gives me low light vision. I will keep that around.
We are
Make
not
it quick,
fangless,
Outlander.
friend.
Not long ago.
Let's go talk to the fisherman again.
If you're here for a chit-chat, move along.
Fine day for fishing. Since you brought me some bait, I've been fishing a bit. It's not the same since Galen went to the Ashes 4-5 years ago. He was a big help when I was working for House Lalu. Say, that reminds me of a story. Would you like to hear about the time Galen lost his fishing rod? Why not? I've got nothing else to do right now. Galen liked to cave fish. So he was always going to Addamasartus or Aharunartus, or the caves near Ebonheart. That was before the Census and Excess Office, of course, and before we had all these problems with smugglers. Back then, this was just a fishing village. Only done were here, except Old Stonefist, of course. It was quiet and peaceful. Where was I? Oh, right. Galen and his fishing rod. So one day, Galen comes running into town. It was just a few shacks back then. No trade house or census office. Anyway, he was soaking wet and screaming his head off about ghosts. He says he was just fishing, minding his own business, when a ghost came up out of nowhere in Aharunartus. Can you believe it? He was so scared he dropped his fishing rod. I bet it's still in that cave somewhere. The fishing rod, that is, not the ghost. I've never found it. I never saw the ghost either. Of course, the cave is full of slavers now, otherwise I'd still be looking for it. It was a fun cave to visit when I was a boy, but I wouldn't go there now. It's due west of here, past the Thalos' resting place. It's a long swim at my age. I used to swim out there once a week or so when Galen was still around, just to spite him. He wouldn't go back in that cave for as long as he lived. Now I visit his urn, maybe twice a year and say hello to his ghost. Kind of funny he used to be so scared of ghosts and now he's left one. Now I'm not asking you to go get it, the fishing rod that is. That would be irresponsible, but if you happen to find it, well, that's about it. Thank you for listening to an old man.
Mathera.
Now the thing is an island to the west, due west. Wait. List of smugglers' caves. You feel you have what it takes to hunt down a few smugglers? Do you want to earn some easy money? The Census and Excess Office asks you to help the Empire by clearing out the smugglers' caves of the Bitter Coast. If you also take your time to turn in contraband, any contraband you find in those caves over to us, we will give you a monetary reward for it. We give 50 gold for portions of moon sugar, 200 for pieces of raw ebony, and 250 for a vial of skooma. So yeah. Made some water walking potions while dying of coughing. And I'm going to make my way as far west as possible to try to do this, to try to head to this Aharunartus, because I've had a couple people all mention it. We'll save here. As island to the west. So yeah. Island to the west. Let's go to the west then. Where to the west? That I don't know. But I know I can follow the road a little ways. There are some paths. And I'm assuming it's that island off there. This is certainly a thing that I am looking at here. I don't know what kind of a thing it is, but looks like some kind of smuggler's cave or whatnot. But it's not on an island. That's an island out there. God, that water fixture is beautiful. See those water walking potions I made. Water walking for 4 seconds. You know what? I just used my unlocking spell on it, didn't I? This is why we pay attention to what the hell we have equipped. Slaughterfish dead. I unlocked a slaughterfish. Great. Go me. I am very smart and paying attention to what I'm doing. We need the scroll of vitality. Otherwise I'm going to die. And we'll swim a little ways. Swimming, swimming, swimming. I just gotta keep swimming. It's not super fast, but it does keep my stamina from draining. Treading water is the best way to keep your stamina, but I think if I were to take one of my water walking potions now, that would help. It's only going to last a little bit before I fall back through, but some hack-a-low. I'm going to use my scroll of vigor as well. Take out the sword. See that the first enemy is a Nord and switch to Firebite.
I don't think I want you around anymore.
Oh my god. Okay, well that certainly happened. Maybe I'm not quite ready to take on some of the Smuggler's Caves, especially considering how quickly that ended. Let's try something else. But I will keep that stuff in mind. You know what? Let's go back and talk to Dravashai. Maybe we can do something for him. Let's go talk to our Khajiit friend from the Smuggler's Cave. My potions aren't perfect, but they do what they're supposed to.
I'm waiting.
Eventually I'll figure out how to do the potion making more efficient.
Speak, traveler.
Welcome. Care to trade?
The god of schemes consumed it all.
Falvis Athin, Dravashai is a Khajiit of his word. Please take your 100 drakes and a 20 above. You must be thinking, where does Khajiit take money from? Yes, I had a gem hidden in my boot. One of those boots you brought me in the cave. Dravashai gives the gem to the High Elf and gets some money, see? Take your share. Now I have another offer for you. You see, this land of dark elves is not kind to the Khajiit. Even less so this island we stay on. Dravashai knows a place where Khajiit are treated better. It is like an oasis in a dry desert of harsh people and cruelty. This place is called Old Ebenheart, a big city on the other side of the sea. Dravashai wants to go there before he gets caught again. For this, we need to go to Castle Ebenheart first. People say it is nearby, to the east of here. There we find a shipmaster and sail across the sea. If Falvis Athin protects Dravashai all the way to Old Ebenheart, Khajiit will repay Falvis Athin. Dravashai is a Khajiit of his word, remember? So what do you say? I know Old Ebenheart is part of Tamriel Rebuilt, so yeah. Good. Khajiit is happy with your choice. Dravashai is ready to travel together to Ebenheart when Falvis Athin is ready. We are going. Lead the way, yes? Yes, let's go. Alright. So we now have a goal.
If you're here for a chit-chat,
You
move
will
along.
address me with respect.
And that goal right now is to keep our Khajiit friend alive and get him off of
This
Vardenfell.
is none of your business.
Because look at that. That is Tamriel Rebuilt, and all of that is playable. And he is going to take us into that. I don't plan on sticking around in Old Ebenheart forever, but there's probably some stuff I can do there after I drop him off. It'd be interesting getting started in the Imperial Seat in Morrowind proper before moving on to On the other hand, though, I do still have this package for Caius, and that was my main goal. You know what? No, I got a better idea. We'll send him back to Satanin. Hopefully he does actually go to Satanin and doesn't just stay there. Because I realize I need to drop off this package first.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Simple trip to Balmora, please.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Ah, Balmora. Truly a beautiful, beautiful town.
So is it dawn of the third day?
I know they said the south wall is on the south side, on the east side of the river. Is this the south wall? No, that's somebody's house. What about up here? No, that's the same person's house. You direct me to the South Wall Corner Club? It's on Labor Street, east side of the Odai, near the south wall, obviously. Is this it? Yep. Alright, let's check this place then. All sorts of odds and sods here, Dark Elf. Take a look and perhaps something will strike your fancy. Do you have an idea as to where I can find Caius Cosades? That old sugar tooth? I'm not sure where he's living, but ask Bacola Colossius, the owner. He'll know. Bacola Colossius. He's the owner. He must be around here somewhere.
By the gods!
We'll start up here. Oh.
A fine evening to you, friend. Warm yourself by the fire downstairs and have a jug of mutste or two. Plenty of colorful characters here who'll talk your ear off if you're not careful. Or perhaps you'd like one of our beds for the night.
What's he got for barter? Booze. No, thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I'm just looking for Caius Cosades. Delivery for him, eh? Old Caius rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, left at the top of the stairs, and down at the end of the street. Right up the stairs, left at the top of the stairs, and down at the end of the street.
I'm just an old man with a skooma problem. What do you want?
What? Yes, I'm Caius Cosades. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Cosades? What are you talking about? So you say your name is Falvis Athin and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? Yes. Very interesting. So it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades. But that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders? Yes. Good. Welcome to the service, Novice Falvis. Now you belong to the Blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. What are my orders? Well, first thing, Pilgrim, you're new, and you look it. Here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, or Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks, gain skills and experience. Or go out on your own, look for freelance work or trouble. Then when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you. All those things seem doable, but what's this about the Blades trainers? These Blades trainers offer training. Not free, of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithleen, Tirmalane, and Nine Toes here at Valmora. In Caldera, see Serene, Leorin. In Aldrune, see Gildon, Sorvyar Horsemouth. See Gildon. Sorvyar Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Aldrune, and alone the scout can be found at Narill's trade house in Sadanin. Oh, I know her! I also know of a few Blades trainers on the mainland if you ever find yourself there. Idra Uvalin lives in Firewatch. You can find Aquilinius at the Eben Tower in Old Ebenhart, and Dower has a house in Andothran. There may be other agents working on the mainland, but these are all you need to know about right now. Okay, well tell me about the ones that are here in Vardenfell. Warrior with Lead lives 2 houses west. Healer Tirmalene lives 2 houses south, downstairs. What about Nine Toes? To get to Hunter Nine Toes, leave my door facing south. Go right, down the steps, then turn left and head south, looking for his door on your left. What about Caldera, Serene Leorian? Mage Serene Leorian is in Caldera, the next town south. Her half-timber and stone house sits between the twin towers of the North Gate and the Governor's Hall. Twin towers, you say? I could make a joke, but I won't. In Aldrune, see Gildon. Nightblade Gildon lives in Aldrune, the Redoran district seat north of here, beyond Caldera. Gildon is in the southeast corner of town, in a house to the right of the steps up to the temple. Siorvar Horsemouth, Master-at-Arms Siorvar Horsemouth, lives in a warherder's hut in the middle of nowhere west of Caldera. I've only been there once and couldn't give you directions. Go look for him if you feel like a little hike. And alone. Hello, the Scout can usually be found at a real trade house in Satanine. You know where that is. You arrived in Satanine by boat. Okay. So I've been given 200 gold. And I'm going to make it a point to try to meet all of the Blades traders that I can.
Greetings.
Tirmalane.
What exactly do you require of me?
Welcome, Novice Falvis Athin. Tirmalane is my name. Healer is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice or Morrowind lore with a fellow Blade. Or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors. Are you interested in the healer's trade in Morrowind? Maybe you should talk to Igfa at Fort Pelagiad in Pelagiad Village. She's very nice, experienced, and very patient with questions. What latest rumors? There's a guild of astrologians at the top of Arkanthand who have uncovered a new area of the ruins. They plan on discovering lost Dwemer knowledge of the stars. Basic training is cheap. We give you discounts for higher ranks in the Blades, and we keep our prices low. But advanced training is never cheap, even from us. Look, to get you started, here's my old alembic. Maybe you could get a few gold for it, or use it for yourself. Now if I were to ask him about orders. I can't give you official orders, but there is something you could look into for me. As a healer, I see many patients, and sometimes their wounds do not match their stories. Such is the case with a recent patient who gave her name as Tavia. A Redguard of medium height and red hair, neither young nor old. Well practiced with a sword based on her stance and calluses. She came in with many deep cuts on her arms and 2 stab wounds in her gut. After I healed her, she claimed that she was attacked by Kagudi, but her wounds were clearly from a dagger. She might be in some danger. She might be involved in something criminal, or she might even be a spy. It would ease my mind if you discovered the true cause of her wounds and found out where she went. Tirmalane in Balmora asked me to find a Redguard woman who called herself Tavia and came to him with cuts and stab wounds.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Guess we'll just meet the other 2 Blades trainers now.
So what's this about?
Welcome, Novice Falvis. Rithleen is my name, Warrior is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice or Morrowind lore, or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors. Well, you aren't trying to make a profit. We aren't trying to make a... Yes, we aren't trying to make a profit off of our fellow Blades, and as you rise in rank, your discount increases. Still, we have to live, and training isn't cheap. Well, basic skill training, if you don't know very much, can be pretty cheap. But advanced skill training, for example, in your major specialties, that can get expensive. Here, I don't use this cuirass and helm anymore. Maybe you can get a few drakes for it and put them in your personal fund. Any orders for me? I don't have any official orders for you, but I do have a personal errand I've been meaning to do. I never quite seem to find the time. I'm looking for a few local recipes. My father runs the Silver Scimitar in Laenlin, and I promised him I'd send a shipment of ash yams, marshmallow, salt rice, and a book of local recipes. I have the ingredients, and even though I have a little magic, I can preserve the food. Maybe you can ask the innkeepers and publicans here and in other big cities, and see if any of them are willing to share some local recipes. Great. I can give you 100 septims for each recipe you bring me. I'd start with innkeepers here in Balmora, but if you want to try to find more, you can ask in Vivec, Aldrune, Sadrith Mora, and maybe a few other places. If you can get at least 15, I'll give you a bonus. Interesting. And then there's Hunter Nine Toes. Maybe he has some jobs I can do too? Welcome, Novice Falvis Athin. Nine Toes is my name, Hunter is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice from Morrowind lore with a fellow Blade, or maybe you'd like to catch up on the latest rumors. The basics we can teach you won't cost much. Advanced training, though, that's expensive. If you're already skilled, you're much harder to teach. Maybe I can help you out. Here's a little moon sugar on the house. You do know that trade in moon sugar and skooma is against the law, and most alchemists and apothecaries won't buy it, but Khajiit generally will. Try Ajira at the Balmora Mages Guild, or Revere at the trader in Balmora. Sell the sugar and start saving for training. Or I could turn it in at the Census and Nexus office, make some money that way. Any orders? Apart from what Caius wants you to do, he implied it was important. There is one minor matter, a bit of an embarrassing predicament. I was out hunting, tracking an elite, and I was too focused on the prey and not enough on my surroundings. Well, to make a long story short, a pack of Nyx hounds ambushed me. I'm fine, but one of them got away and he took one of my favorite daggers. If you could track the Nyx hound, I'd appreciate it. Sure. The Nyx hound could be anywhere by now. Keep an eye out for tracks. I was ambushed on the road north of Balmora towards Caldera. You might be able to pick up the tracks there.
Ah, yes. What is it, Mutsara?
So one little thing before I sign off here at the end. Every single one of these quests that's been given by one of the Blades trainers, and every one that will be given by the Blades trainers, was written by Douglas Goodall himself. This is AFF Fresh. And yeah, these are all low-level quests that have been given for lower-level characters, as written directly by Douglas Goodall himself. So, technically speaking, these quests could be considered canon, which is fun, because that recipe-seeking quest, that's going to be a fun one to look forward to. Something that you can do throughout the entire playthrough as you're visiting different towns. Thank you for the awesome support on the first video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this one as much as you do the last. And with that, I will sign off. Thank you again, and see you next time.